Hello everyone, this is Kona, and thank you for tuning in for another TF2 commentary. It's that time of year again for TF2, and I'm not talking about the summer sale or the winter sale. I'm of course talking about the Halloween update, also known as Scream Fortress. Now this year is going to be my 4th Scream Fortress, and there's only been 4 so far. I was very fortunate to have gotten into TF2 on the very first time that they updated during Halloween and started this whole Scream Fortress update. Now as of this recording, Scream Fortress has not happened for me yet. I, like many others, am waiting to see what the new boss is going to be for this year. It's going to be, I think, really exciting. There's a bunch of hints online. Valve keeps teasing us, you know, they like to tease their players on the different updates that come out, and they've been teasing us for the last couple of days. But this idea of bosses in TF2 is kind of unusual, but it's kind of fun at the same time because I don't see it done too often. 2 years ago, they started this off with the Horseless Headless Horseman, I think that's the name. This gigantic guy who chases you down, no matter where you are on the map, he chases you down and kills you, basically. That was a lot of fun. And then last year, we had Monoculus, the gigantic eyeball that floats in the air and just shoots like automatic crit rockets at everyone. It's insane. And of course, they have the whole underworld thing as well. That was pretty cool. Now, with the Halloween updates, Valve has introduced this new kind of game mechanic. I guess you could call it a game mechanic. It's more like a item drop mechanic, but it seems to be specific for Halloween. I don't remember this being done for any other holiday event or any other event in general. And it's the fact that during Halloween, there are Halloween presents that sort of randomly spawn all over these maps. Now, this map here, Harvest, this is not exactly the right map. They do have a Harvest, King of the Hill, specifically for the Halloween event, and it's actually the one with the ghost that makes you go yikes, and you know, basically you're stunned. But this haunted Halloween gift that would spawn randomly around these maps, it would spawn about every 5 minutes or so, and the first person to get to the gift gets the gift. They get to open it up, and it's usually, at the first year it came out, I think it was masks. They had these Halloween masks. It was actually kind of funny. And now they started adding other cosmetic items that are in these gifts. But I've noticed that these gifts, they sometimes change the way these servers are played. I know these are very special events, and so this may be an excuse to kind of change it up a little bit. But I kind of remember back in the day, I never used, by the way, I never used to actually go for these gifts because I was so into the gigantic eyeball shooting crit rockets at me, or the gigantic guy with the axe trying to kill me. I had no time to actually go searching for these gifts. But I guess a lot of people, what they would try to do is pick classes that were fast or invisible or sneaky, kind of like scout or spy, and you would get this oversaturation of these classes in these kinds of servers that had these gifts that spawn. And people were so interested in getting these gifts that, you know, they maybe ignored the boss or something like that, or, you know, they didn't really care too much about the game. They were just there for the gifts. Now, if you're thinking of trying to get these weapons the easy way or trying to find some exploit, Valve has implemented some, I guess you can call it protection, to make sure that this drop system isn't abused. First off, you need at least 10 people in your server. That means you can't just go on a random server with very few people and expect, you know, for these items to start to appear, and you can just go and get them very easily. So you need a lot of people. And also, that server needs to be registered, or it has to be approved by Valve to actually drop the gifts. So it needs some certification. You can't run a hacked version of this. It needs to be officially approved by Valve to run a server that can actually give out gifts. So exploiting this, you know, I guess you could say that one way of doing it is if everyone on the server agreed to not kill each other. Now, when have you ever experienced that? Where everyone on the server was like, okay, everyone stop, don't kill each other, we're going to work together to get the gifts. It's probably never happened before. Maybe if you're really lucky and everyone cooperates, but you're going to get some killing. I wonder if there are actually people out there who prefer to have friendly fire on during the Halloween event, because, you know, if you see a gift and you really want it, you might actually kill your own teammates for it. I'm wondering if there are people out there who are willing to actually do that. They want it so bad that they would just like go over there, backstab their teammate, or meat shot their teammate just to get the gift, because it is on a first come first serve basis. Now during the Halloween event, there's also this idea of helping the enemy team. For example, on Ioduct, after you kill Monoculus, he creates a wormhole to the underworld, and if you go through it and you successfully make it through the underworld, you emerge back in Ioduct with Uber and crits at the same time. It's insane, it's so cool. But that kind of stuff, people get upset when you kill them in the underworld. But the thing is, you're both racing to get the Uber and crits at the end, right? And so I think it's a viable strategy to win the map, if your idea was to win the map, to stop them from gaining crits and Uber when they emerge back into Ioduct. So, I think that's a viable strategy, but for some reason, I guess, the holiday season special event, people want to work together even though they're on opposite teams. And so it's kind of an interesting mentality during these type of events. Now, my question for you guys is, which are you most excited for? Are you excited for the gifts, the items that the Halloween update brings, or are you more interested in who the new boss is going to be? I think people have been hinting that the new boss is like a magician or a sorcerer. It looks pretty cool. Something to do with raccoons too, I don't know. But let me know in the comments below. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.